Just as a wee thing before we get started in this video, there will be heavy spoilers for the game coming up in the video, right? So you've been warned. Hello there troops and welcome to another video. Welcome to my Doom 64 review. Neech, motherfucker. And this is the second attempt at recording this. Actually, it's not the second, fucking third. The first attempt was bollocks. The second attempt was worse than bollocks. It was shitty bollocks. And the third attempt is going to be where I shine. I shine and throw my enthusiasm for this game. If you look at me like again, son, I'm gonna rip your jaw. Anyway, yes, Doom 64, originally released on the Nintendo 64. Back in the day, all those days ago. Now we can play it with a completely new control scheme that actually works. Because the N64 control pad is pish. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, it's fucking shite. Unlike this delicious game, it's not shite. This game is like the favoritist pudding you've ever had in your life, doubled it, cover it with sticky toffee shit and fucking chocolate and all sorts of whipped cream and food porn. I like to read food porn. Craggs, do well to shut up and talk about the game now, thank you. Okay. So you don't know if you're a fan of the game or not. Well, there's only one way to find out. Buy it, play it, love it. And if you can't do any of those things, watch this video. And I'll probably tell you absolutely nothing you want to know about it. And I'll just ramble for 10 minutes and you'll wonder why you watched the video in the first place. Nah, hopefully it'll be a bit more informative than that. I like to roast myself because, well, who else is going to do it? So, Doom 64, released on the N64, bad controller, C buttons, hate them, bin that shit. I still played it. I actually imported it from America, so I loved it that much, you know. Well, it was Doom, and I couldn't not play it, so I had to order it. I think it was about 60 quid. Then I had to have some sort of like, you know, like converter thing, like it was like another control fucking thingy me do for you plugged into your machine. Then you plug the cart on top of that, and then yes, bingo. I don't know why I just didn't wait for it to release over here because it did, but I don't know. I can't remember how long it took. But anyway, I was playing it before everybody else. I was like, oh, I'm playing this new Doom game and nobody else was playing it because I thought the world was tinier when I was younger. But none of my friends had it because they didn't like the N64 all that much, and quite frankly, neither did I. Well, I liked it, but it was back to that fucking controller. That controller ruined many a game for me, like pretty much all of them. I bought the remaster of Turret on the Xbox One X, and you know, I was like, holy shit, this is a whole different game now. Actually, I can fucking play it and make jumps and all that joyfulness. It's a better experience when you've got a good controller. So this remake of Doom, well, it is really a remake. It's not the same. It's not a port of the PC version like they did with the PS1. Only they changed the SFX. They made it sound so much more sexy, so much more scary. They even changed the lighting. Like, oh, the lighting! PC can't do this lighting. It could, but just Doom was an old game. Do you know what I mean? Actually, no, it wasn't at the time because I think it was it 96. So it was only like 3 years old. It wasn't that old. It wasn't old at all. Doom was only 2 years old at this point. It just seemed older than what maybe the newfangled consoles would fly in the face of all this shit, and you get all this lovely fancy lighting and all this lovely fancy fucking sound and new SFX, and it's just like I gave it a fresh coat of paint even though it didn't really need it. I think they just wanted it to have more of a punch. And the N64 version benefited from this as well because it had all the new soundtracks, SFX. Sexy! It's not all it had. It had new levels, completely new levels. This is a completely new game. It's not a port. It's a ground up from the built for the N64. Redrew all the sprites for all the monsters. Some are better than others, like the bigger complaint I have here is that the shotgun guys and the normal grunts, they're the same bloody model, so I'd never know if I'm facing off against a shotgun guy or a grunt. Best course of action there is just to treat them all as shotgun guys and get them to fuck as soon as you see them, because they can really whap half a big bit of health if you're not expecting it. Really love the redrawn Pinky. I always thought the Pinky looked fucking stupid. This Pinky is like gorgeous. Love it. Now, not every monster made it into this game, like the chain gunner. Nah, nowhere to be seen. No Archvile either. Thank fuck, they're just a pain in the arse. They're not even all that difficult to deal with. They're not all that strong, they're just a pain in the arse. What else? I can't remember, it'll come back to me. Revenant, no Revenants. So you've got redrawn like Mancubus. They look quite cool. They actually look very similar to the Mancubus in Doom 2016. The redrawn of the Imp looks good. The Pain Elemental though, I'd have ditched that. I fucking hated that thing. I don't mind the Lost Souls, they look great as well. I don't mind that, but the Pain Elementals, they just serve as an irritant. A flying, and in this case, double-jawed fucking irritant. No. Bin that pish solidly. I like the Cacodemons, although I do find that the wee arms they have a little unnecessary. Looks a little silly because it sort of changes the monster. Now the Cacodemon in Doom 3 looked like fucking crap. It looked like a fucking... Do you know, it looked like a fucking orca. It looked like a humpbacked whale or a killer whale that had been shoved into this compactor and just like, we'll give it some jet engines. It looks shite. I hate it. But the redesign, well, your Barons and Knights of Hell, they pretty much look the same, only a little more chunky, a little more taller, and a bit as menacing as you can get. And they've redone all the guns as well. Now the guns, they've been stripped down a wee bit in their animations. You no longer get the really satisfying of the shotgun or the reloading animation of the double barrel. It's just kind of annoying. I don't know, I think it was done to save on like space in the cart, something like that. You also get no wee face, which I'm actually okay with. It's a very minimal HUD. But the weapons, the animations, I wish they'd went back and redrawn that and just basically upgraded it. I know they were trying to keep to the original feel of the game, fine. Even have it in as an option like they did with Doom 2016 rather, and Doom Eternal, where you could put it in the classic weapon pose. But it's not the biggest of big deals, it's just a wee bit. Some of the puzzles in this are fucking irritating. There's a puzzle on the second level. You have to run around after a floating key card, and it just sort of changes its location like 4 or 5 times, and you're like, did you do this just to, you know, extend the length of the game artificially? Because that's how it feels with that shit. What should just be, we're running into a room, clicking a button and picking up a key, running into a room, clicking a button, going to pick up a key, disappearing, going to pick up a key, disappearing, going to pick up a key, disappearing, and then you get the fucking key, and then enemies spawn, which I was fine with the enemies spawning part, but teleporting key, piss off, shite. And there's numerous puzzles like that through the game, but there's annoying bits and bobs in every Doom game. Annoying levels here, there, and just about everywhere really when you can think of it. But overall this game is fantastic. It's got new levels as well, because this is a re-release that I'm playing. It's on the Xbox One, but you get PS4, PC, Switch. It's also got the Lost, like I was saying 2 seconds ago, the Lost levels. And it's abridged the gap between Doom 2016 and Doom 64, because they are official sequels to one another. We were unsure at first whether Doom was going to be a reboot. It's not. It's a continuation of the story. But the theory is that it's in a different plane of existence. It's in a parallel universe. And I'm actually fine with it. That's a fine, solid thing. So thanks for watching my video. If you've had your curiosity piqued on Doom 64, go get it. It's I think I paid $3.99 for it. Yeah, it's no dear. It's cheap as chips. Cheap as, well, it's not quite as cheap as a pint of beer, but you can't go to the pub now, so you might as well just enjoy some Doom, buy some beers in, and then blow demons away. Adios.